Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. and I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. In today's video, we are talking about shipping candles. I compiled a list of some things that I think are really important for you to know when you are shipping out candles from home. And if you're an absolute beginner to all of this, make sure you stay tuned until the very end of the video where I give you some helpful information if you're kind of overwhelmed with how to get started with shipping out your first candle from home. The first tip that I have for you is to get a thermal label printer. This is going to save you so much time when you go through the shipping process. We've been using ours for years now, and basically what it is instead of printing off your shipping label onto regular printer paper and cutting it out and then taping it to the box, the thermal label printer just prints it out onto a big 4x6 inch sticker that you peel off and then put it onto the box. There's no ink or toner involved, so you don't have to change that. You just have to get the label stickers, the 4x6 label stickers, and the heat of the thermal label printer is what creates the image of the shipping label onto the sticker. It's really, really cool. We've been using our one that we've been using for many years now, ever since I started it off with doing eBay. But recently we switched over to a new thermal label printer, and I will tell you why. So this company reached out to me, and I do have a lot of companies that reach out to me wanting me to try out their products, but this one intrigued me because it has Wi-Fi capabilities. So this video is sponsored by Munbyn, and their printer is phenomenal. I love it so much. And mainly because of the fact that it has Wi-Fi capabilities, and that's something that the Dymo does not have. So we've switched over because it is so much easier when I am trying to, if I'm in another room and need to print off shipping labels, I can do it from my laptop and my phone. So let me show you real fast. On my phone, they have their app, and I'm able to print off shipping labels from my phone, which is something I've never been able to do before. So I have a test label right here, and this is, let me scooch over here. So I have a test label right here, and I was able to download this label from Pirate Ship, which is where I get and purchase all of my shipping labels. And then what I'm able to do is I can save it to my files. So I'm going to save that to my files. Then I go into the Munbyn app and I click on File and Import. Go to File. Click on the test label. I do need to update it, but I will do that after this video. So I'm going to preview and print it. Click on the 4x6 inch label size and then just make sure that it's connected. And then I keep the print density at 12. It can go up to 15, and this basically is just how dark you want it to look. So I'm going to press print, and I'm sure you'll be able to hear it on the other side. This is so cool. So I want to take you over here real fast. So this is what it looks like when it prints out. And then it has the stack of labels right over there ready to go. Super easy to load, way easier than my old thermal label printer. And it comes out looking perfectly. Look at that. I really do think this is like the #1 shipping product that you will need to make life so much easier, faster, and more efficient. And honestly, the reason why I switched over to this printer and agreed to doing a sponsored video on this is because of the Wi-Fi capabilities and the fact that I'm able to print it from my computer and my phone while being in the next room. And I know that a lot of you that are getting started in your business do not have a laptop or a computer, and you work only from your phone, and I have not had a way before to be able to connect my old thermal label printer, the Dymo, to my phone, and this has been super easy. So I will have it linked down in the pinned comment. Go check it out. They have really good reviews. I've been loving it, and we're gonna definitely be using this from now on. My second tip is to never walk into a post office, UPS, Postal Annex, any of those places to wait in line and actually pay for the shipping label at the post office when you sell something online. I have not done that and I don't even know how long. Everything is purchased ahead of time and it's already ready to go. It's prepaid for. That way, when you walk into the post office and you're dropping off your package, you can bypass everybody who's waiting in line, drop off your package, it's already ready to go, and you can walk out. It saves you so much time and money because you're able to get better prices online. So I utilize Pirate Ship, which Pirate Ship is just an online shipping software that gives you cheaper and better deals than you can get going into the post office. Now, a lot of the deals are comparable, but there's certain services like Priority Mail Cubic that if you were to walk into USPS, you would not be able to utilize that service because it's kind of like a specialty service. It was more meant for businesses that were shipping out like thousands and thousands of packages all the time. And Pirate Ship actually allows you to be able to do it for just one package at a time. So you get those deals, you get those discounts. It doesn't cost anything. There's no monthly fee or extra charges or anything like that. It really does just make things a lot cheaper. So don't walk in to anywhere and pay for shipping there. You're going to save more time and more money by doing it online. My third tip is to reuse and utilize the shipping supplies that you get in your candle supply orders. So for instance, we reuse packing peanuts. If there's packing material that's in there, like the big crinkle paper or something like that, we'll keep that and save that if we need it. When we get jars, we save and use the inserts that kind of separate the jars inside of the box. So if you are thinking to yourself, okay, yeah, shipping supplies is expensive, make sure you reuse and utilize the shipping supplies that you are technically paying for when you are purchasing supplies from these candle suppliers. So that's one way not only to help, reuse, recycle, and it's more eco-friendly, but it can also save you a little bit more money because you're able to reuse that for packages that you are shipping out to your customer. My fourth tip is utilize the free boxes that you can get on USPS.com. So if you create a free account on there, you can go on there and go to free boxes, and they provide different free boxes that are specific to their services and certain sub-services that they offer. So for instance, they have a lot of flat rate boxes and envelopes that you can only use flat rate shipping labels with, but sometimes that is the cheapest option. So if you can get a free box and also do this cheapest shipping option for wherever your customer is located and what products you are shipping out, it's kind of like a win-win. So make sure you are utilizing that, but you do have to use it correctly and you do have to use their shipping services. But for instance, they do offer just regular priority boxes that you can use any priority shipping label on as long as it's not flat rate. So for instance, they have regular priority boxes that you could just do regular weight-based priority with, or you'd also be able to do Priority Mail Cubic with. And again, it's a free box that you are not paying for, and boxes can be expensive. So make sure you go on and maybe order some and see how it would be able to fit with you and your business. And for us personally, we don't use a lot of their boxes unless we have used the medium flat rate and the large flat rate before, but most of the time we are utilizing the padded flat rate envelopes. My fifth tip is to make sure that you are filling up any empty space in the package when you are packaging it up. So a lot of times what happens when a candle breaks during transit is there may be too much like empty space in there for it to kind of rattle around a little bit more, or the post office just decided to stomp all over your package, which sometimes that can happen and you could package it up really well, but there's still things that happen. But the majority of the time, if you are focusing on packaging it up with packing peanuts, paper, whatever it is that you are putting in there to make sure that there's not a lot of wiggle room. And the way that you can test it is put everything into the box as you would package it up. Don't tape up the box yet, but just close it and do a shake to it. And if you hear a lot of movement, then go back in and add more. But if you don't really hear anything, then you should probably be good to go. And there isn't a lot of room for that candle to be rattling around during transit. And then my final piece of advice is more geared towards the beginners out there. So if you are somebody that is getting started, you're a little bit nervous about shipping candles because you don't want them to break during transit, here is exactly what I recommend that you do to get started until you start getting more comfortable with things. So we get something called Indestructo mailers. We get them from Uline. I'm sure you can get them cheaper somewhere else, but we get everything from Uline as of right now. And these are basically what they are. They're indestructible. So they are meant for shipping breakable items. And we have never had a candle break during transit when shipping in this box. So that kind of eases your mind there. So we get the 4x4 by 6 inch Indestructo mailers. This should be a good size for most candles out there, but you may have to measure your candle and then choose a size that's gonna work well for you. And then I want you to go onto USPS.com and order maybe a bundle of 10 of the padded flat rate envelopes. So this is gonna give you two different options when you are shipping out the candle. So the Indestructo mailer, if you go with the 4x4 by 6, this can fit inside of the padded flat rate envelope. So essentially what you have going on here is, depending on where your customer is located, let's say they are located only in the next state from you. So they're pretty close to you, and shipping cost is, I don't know, $7.80 to ship out the candle in the Indestructo mailer. And the padded flat rate is, I believe, around $8.70 right now. So it would make more sense to just put the shipping label onto the box itself and ship the box like that. But let's say it's shipping across the country and shipping is actually going to be $10.50. Well, what you can do is you can take that box, put it inside of the padded flat rate envelope, and then now you've saved yourself about $2 in shipping costs because you're able to put it in the flat rate, where the flat rate is one rate and it ships anywhere. So these are kind of giving you two different options, and you're able to go onto Pirate Ship and then toggle between just doing the box itself with the dimensions and the weight versus going and seeing if the padded flat rate envelope is going to be cheaper or more expensive. So by doing it this way, you're really only looking at two different options when you're shipping out your package. And then as you get more comfortable with shipping, then you're able to dive into different kinds of box sizes and different shipping options to see if you can utilize something that's cheaper for whatever the customer is ordering. But at least in the meantime, as you are getting started, you have those two different options when you're shipping out your candle. But this wraps up today's video all about my must-know tips when it comes to shipping out candles from home. I've been shipping out from my home for, I don't know, 6-7 years now, since I started with reselling, and then for the past 4 years with my candle business. So I've had a lot of experience with different things, and trust me, go check out the printer if you're in the market for a label printer, a thermal label printer. It is so nice to be able to have the Wi-Fi capabilities. Just connect it to your laptop or your phone and be able to print off shipping labels from there. It is so much better than the other label printer that we've been using, and it doesn't get jammed like the other one did. The other one would have like a good 30 or 40 labels left on it, and it just wouldn't go, or it'd start printing off a bunch at once, and it was kind of a pain in the butt. But that's all we knew at the time, and now I'm super excited to have this new Munbyn printer. So go check it out in the pinned comments. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. But with that, I am going to end today's video right here. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo. And I will see you in my next video.